Little ditty about John Cougar Mellencamp's first wife, who was a small town girl from right here in Hillsdale, Michigan. Rock fans have always known that Mellencamp first got married when he was just 18 years old and still in high school. He married a woman named Priscilla Esterline, who was 21 years old and pregnant with their first child.
I walked out of high school at 3:30 in the afternoon, got in a car with Priscilla. We drove down to Louisville. We got married and drove home. She went to her parents' house. I went to my parents' house. We didn't tell anybody.
So while rock fans have always known about John Cougar Mellencamp's first wife, what a lot of people don't know is that she was from right here in Hillsdale, Michigan. She grew up in this house on South Street and graduated from Hillsdale High School right across the street in 1966, where she was an honor roll student. In the late 1960s, her dad Chet got transferred to a small town in Indiana called Brownstown, and Priscilla moved there with the family. A year or two later, she met a boy from nearby Seymour, Indiana, named John Mellencamp, and in 1970 they got married. John and Priscilla settled down in Seymour and raised their daughter, and in the mid-1970s, John's music career started to take off as the record company changed his name to John Cougar. Priscilla had her own career, working in a shoe store and eventually becoming a real estate agent. But just as John Cougar was hitting it big, their marriage was falling apart.
The truth of the matter is that we had long grown apart, and we're more like brother and sister than husband and wife.
They divorced in 1981, but remained good friends. A year later, in 1982, John Cougar Mellencamp had his biggest hit, Jack and Diane. And it's very possible that there's a Hillsdale connection to that song. There's one line where he talks about sucking on a chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze. John Cougar Mellencamp has never said what Tasty Freeze he was singing about, and some of his fans, who call themselves Melonheads, have been trying to figure it out for years. And it's interesting to note that back when he wrote that song, there wasn't a single Tasty Freeze anywhere in the entire state of Indiana, but there was one here in Hillsdale, right here on Hillsdale Street, where this Edward Jones office is located now. So who knows? Oh yeah, life goes on right here in Hillsdale. For Michigan Enjoyer, I'm Buddy Morehouse.